People have told stories about gold for thousands of years. It's a metal that carries the weight of history, power, and survival. Some stories paint it as the ultimate savior. They say when everything else fails, when markets crash and currencies crumble, gold will be your unbreakable shield. Other stories cast it as a fool's game, a relic of a bygone era that only holds you back from real growth. It's a lump of metal, they say, that just sits there, costing you money while the world moves on. These stories are powerful. They shape how we think about risk and safety. They whisper in our ears when we see headlines about financial chaos. The truth is, both stories have a kernel of truth, and both are dangerously incomplete. We want a clear hero or a clear villain, but gold is neither. It's a tool, and like any tool, its usefulness depends on the job you have for it and how you wield it. So, let's set aside the myths and the grand tales. Let's look at the hard facts and the simple realities of what this ancient metal can do and cannot do for your money today. At its core, gold is a simple commodity, a dense, yellow metal that comes out of the ground. For most of human history, its primary use was ornamental. It was made into jewelry, it was made into coins, it was made into art, because it was beautiful, rare, and didn't rust. Its role as money came from these physical properties. It was durable, divisible, and easy to recognize. But today, its role has changed. Less than half of the world's gold is used for jewelry. A smaller fraction goes to industry like electronics. The rest is held by central banks and private investors, sitting in vaults around the world. This is the key to understanding gold as an investment. It is not like a company. When you buy a stock, you own a piece of a productive business, with employees, products, and hopefully profits and dividends. A company grows by efficiency and innovation. Gold does none of this. It doesn't innovate. It doesn't produce anything. It pays no interest or dividends. Since 1971, after the dollar severed ties to gold, its price has floated with supply, demand, and sentiment. It's not about industrial use. It's about human emotion and belief. People buy gold when they are afraid of governments, currencies, or the financial system. Gold's price is a fever chart of global anxiety. So, why own an asset that produces nothing? The answer lies in the unique jobs gold can perform within a portfolio. Its most famous role is as a store of value. Paper money is new and failure-prone. Currencies can be printed into worthlessness. Governments can collapse. Yet gold has preserved wealth through empires, wars, and revolutions. A Roman gold coin still has value today, not as a collectible, but for the metal it contains. That durability gives a rare sense of security. Inflation silently erodes cash. Gold's limited supply can make its price rise when purchasing power falls. Though not perfectly, it has a decent long-term record. Gold often moves independently of stocks and bonds. In turmoil, investors run toward gold. Think of it less as an investment and more as a crisis asset. Because gold cannot go bankrupt or default, it can be a port in the storm when trust in financial institutions is shaken. A portfolio of only stocks can be a wild ride. Adding an asset that zigs when others zag can smooth the journey. Even a small allocation, about 5%, can reduce overall volatility. It acts as a shock absorber, cushioning losses in market crashes. This doesn't eliminate losses, but can make them manageable, crucial for staying invested for the long run. Despite its strengths, gold is far from perfect. Its biggest drawback: it generates no income, no interest, no dividends, no rent. Every dollar in gold is a dollar not earning interest in bonds or dividends in stocks. Over time, that gap compounds. Stocks grow with innovation and reinvested profits. Gold has no such engine, and its price can swing wildly for reasons hard to pin down. Driven by fear and speculation, buying at peaks can lead to long waits just to break even, like those who bought near $1,900 in 2011. This is not low-risk behavior. It can be as emotionally taxing as stocks, but without business growth to support value. Physical gold brings storage, insurance, and transaction costs. Dealers buy for less and sell for more. The spread eats into profits. Compared over the long run, stocks have outperformed gold by a wide margin, even though gold has had spectacular runs. As Jeremy Siegel shows, over centuries, a dollar in stocks grew exponentially versus gold. Stocks harness human ingenuity. Gold is a bet against that. For the long-term optimist, stocks are the growth engine. Gold is for the pessimist, or the realist who knows progress isn't a straight line. If gold has a place in your plan, the question is how to own it. Fortunately, there are straightforward ways. The traditional route is physical gold, coins and bars. Tangible, no counterparty risk. But you'll need secure storage and insurance. A gold ETF is simpler for most. Buy or sell instantly via brokerage, generally low fees and no storage headaches, though you own a financial claim, not the metal. Mining stocks are an indirect bet. When gold rises, miners can rise faster, but with higher risks like management missteps, accidents, and political instability. For most small investors, it's physical bullion versus a gold ETF. For doomsday, choose physical. For low-cost diversification, an ETF is usually superior. It gives you exposure without logistical costs, a modern solution to an ancient investment. Gold is not a primary engine of wealth creation. That's stocks and other productive assets. But it can be a valuable stabilizer. Keep allocations modest, about 5 to 10%. Hold for the long term. Don't chase frenzies. Minimize costs, low-fee ETFs, or competitive dealers. Ultimately, gold is psychological insurance, a tool, not a magic solution. Consider a broad, low-fee gold ETF at around 5%, then hold it quietly for the long run.